Hello there guys, and welcome back to Feed the Beast Horizons, where I'm attempting to demonstrate some of the mods within this mod pack. Mainly up until now I have been demonstrating and concentrating on Rotary Craft, which I will still be doing for another video or two because there's a couple of things that I do want to finish off. Had a quick look at Pam's Harvest Craft as well, although I haven't really done a lot with that, and I do want to have a look at some of the more magic stuff. In the last video, what I actually did was set up a grinder system so that I could turn the canola seeds into lubricant for the gearboxes. Since the last video, I've actually done a couple of things off camera. First of all, I have hidden all of the lubricant pipes under the ground. Obviously, there are still places where they are coming up and they are visible. But most of them have now been hidden away under the ground, which just gives me a bit more room and makes things a bit more neat and tidy. Now, in my original video, what I actually had was 4 DC electric engines all connected to each other using bevel gears and shaft junctions. And then someone actually reminded me, well, 4 DC electric engines are the equivalent of 1 steam engine, and with just using a slightly different gearbox, use a steam engine instead of 4 DC electric engines. So that's what I've done. Swapped out the gearbox for a 4-to-1. I think it was an 8-to-1 last time. But swapped out the gearbox, put in another steam engine. Now this steam engine is actually getting its water supply from the same pump that is over here. So this pump is actually doing an amazing job at the moment. Not only is it supplying enough pressure to work 3 sprinklers, but it's also supplying 1, 2, 3, 4 steam engines, all from one pump. And, you know, this pump is quite some distance away, to be quite honest. So it's doing very, very well there. Now, I have been contacted by Raker, the developer of the Rotary Craft mod, who has asked me if I would upgrade to the latest version of Rotary Craft. Now, I did try upgrading to the latest version of the Feed the Beast mod pack, and it did cause me some problems with engines blowing up and things like that. Now, obviously, you're always going to get these minor issues in mod packs because a lot of these mods were not always designed to work with each other, so occasionally you will find some conflicts, and when you update something, there will be blocks that get their IDs changed and things will stop working, or things will reset, or things will blow up, and you might need to manually go in and fix some stuff. Well, I haven't upgraded at the moment. I'm still running on version, I think it's 1.0.1. I think it's just got up to 1.0.13, but I haven't switched up to that yet. The main reason for that is there's only a couple of things in Rotary Craft that I've still got on my list to sort of try out. I want to do those things first, then I'll probably start looking at one of the other mods for a little while, like Ars Magica 2. And then when I come back to Rotary Craft, I'll update to the latest version then, because there's no point me updating now, going around and fixing everything, and then not covering anything Rotary Craft for a little while. But if I do come back and cover anything that's Rotary Craft, I will upgrade to the latest version. Now, the main reason that he's asked me to do this is he does get a lot of messages from people who have not only watched my videos, but watched videos that other people have produced as well. And they're trying to follow things that we've done, but they no longer work because they have changed. Because the problem is, in mod packs like Feed the Beast, a lot of the individual mods are actually several versions out of date. So anything that you see that I can build, and anything that you see the way that it works, might be completely different if you were to just go and download that particular mod on its own. Now, bear in mind, even if I was using the very latest version of the mod that's available today, you could be watching this video 2, 3, 4 months down the line, and it could have all changed again anyway. So just bear in mind, if you ever see that I've done something on the video, or any other YouTube producer for that matter, if you ever see something done on a Minecraft video, particularly if it's using a mod and it doesn't work the same way on your world, it's probably because the mod has been updated and something has changed. So always go and visit the website for that particular mod, go and look at patch notes, go and look at changes, go and look on the forums, and hopefully you will find your answers there. But it's always a good thing to remember that these things do change quite quickly, and this is the Horizons pack. It is in beta, so things change quite often. One of the main reasons that I don't upgrade individual mods is because the purpose of these videos is to try and demonstrate the mod pack as a whole. And if I start going around and upgrading and updating individual mods and adding custom mods, then it doesn't become the mod pack anymore, and you'll start wondering why things in the mod pack are different to your mod pack. So the main thing that I wanted to get done today because this is going to be quite a short video compared to most of them, I wanted to find a way to transport the canola seeds that are getting sucked up by the item vacuum and transport them into the grinder directly. Now, we don't have Buildcraft anymore, and we don't have Red Power 2, so unfortunately we're lacking in the Buildcraft pipes and the pneumatic tubes. But I asked everybody else what their opinions were, what they thought the best thing to use was, and pretty much unanimously you've all come up with Itemducts as the best option. I think it's opaque ducts are the default ones. Yeah, the thermal expansion ones. So that's the fluid one. We want the item duct. So an opaque item duct. They're quite easy to build. They just need a crafting table. Now, they need tin, they need lead. Well, that's all they need, tin and lead. Now, tin and lead are available as... Oh, just hit the right button. Tin and lead are... Oh, okay, try that again. Right, here we go. Tin and lead are both available as blocks of ore within the game itself. So we can get tin ore from magical crops. If I hit the right thing. Tin ingots, tin ore, of course you've got ore berries as well. What else have we got? Tinker's constructs, metallurgy, tin blocks. So there are tin ingots that are available within the actual game. Castellarite ore, pure tin dust. The same goes for lead. You can get lead from magical crops. There's lead ore. So basically, within this expansion pack, you can get tin and lead without having to go through any complicated process. You just need to find it and mine it. And it is literally just a case of putting it in a crafting table as tin, lead, tin. So I'm not actually going to bother doing that. I'm just going to take a stack of them instead of making all of those individually. Now, one thing that I will need is a servo, because you actually need the servo in order to pump things out. Now, the servo is this thing here, pneumatic X servo from Thermal Expansion. Again, very easy to make. Normal iron, redstone in the middle, glass either side. I think we just need the one in a crafting table. Let's just try that and make sure that is correct. We do have normal iron, so iron top and bottom. Redstone in the middle, and it should just be glass either side. And there we go, we have our pneumatic servo. It looks once again like this has decided to change the sort key, as it often does, so let's put that back to my default. This is the problem, every time it updates it kind of moves everything around. So let's go and see if I can remember how to do this. What I will do also, just before I make a massive long pipe and then find out that it doesn't work, I'm just going to spawn in a vanilla chest just so that I can use that to try and connect everything together. Now, I have no idea whether or not these pipes will connect directly to the item vacuum, but they should do. Now, where have they gone? There they are. So what I just want to try and do, well, they certainly appear to be connecting up. Now, again, this is something that I could do underground, and to be honest, probably should do, because it would make things a bit neater. But I do have to be careful, of course, because I've got engines running down here, and I've got other pipes and various things that I need to avoid. What I will probably do, though, is I will tunnel down and build them under the ground. So let's just tunnel through here. Got to be careful, of course, because there's lots of water, and also there's lots of lava down here from the engines as well. There's probably a quicker way of doing this, but... Now, I do have to be careful in here, because obviously I do have pipes that are hidden, and I am going to have to duck underneath these pipes. So we'll probably bump into another one. Of course, there we go. There is one of the ducts that I was using. So let's go beneath that one if we can. Of course, I always make it difficult for myself to actually get out of here, so let's just remove this so we can get out. Now, we want to go into this grinder, ideally. So let's just dig down here. So we're going to go under there, and I think we will come back up here if we can. Yep, we can certainly do that. And we've got to be careful here because we've got a water pipe as well. Now, do we go... I'm just going to put it onto creative mode just so I can sort of fly out. And we could run that pipe straight down here, which is probably the most sensible thing to do. So we will It's just going to break those blocks completely, of course, because I'm in creative mode. But that's where we're going to run that pipe. It shouldn't connect to the Rotary Craft liquid pipe in any way, shape or form. So we should be good there. So we actually have somewhere to lay out our pipes. I'm just going to put it onto daylight as well. I was going to test it out with a chest, but I don't think I need to. I think it's actually going to work quite nicely. So what I'm going to do is put these pipes in. Run these all the way along. Very cheap and easy to make. That's the ideal thing about these opaque pipes. Gotta be careful here because I'm going to get myself stuck, aren't I? I just have done. Let's just break that. Still stuck. Shouldn't have jumped in there first. That's where it all went wrong. Of course, all these things are now being sucked into the item vacuum as well, because it is so strong and powerful that it actually just sucks things in from a mile away. Which is a very good thing, but just picking all those blocks up. Okay, so let's try that again, this time without actually getting stuck down the hole. So we're going to put those down there, that's fine, they're all connected up. Of course, can't quite get out of the hole now, which is a bit problematic. Round to this side, and bring that up here. And as I suspected, it doesn't connect to anything else, which is good. Jump out. And it does appear to connect to the grinder, which is a good thing. So what I'm going to do now is take my dirt, good old-fashioned Minecraft dirt. I don't want to click on the reservoir there. So this should hopefully neaten everything up a little. Let's just fill all these holes in. It's always good when you can hide pipes, and they are opaque pipes anyway, so it's not like you actually see anything that goes through them. Now, I think what I should be doing, and what I'm going to do for now as well, just to make this easier, I'm going to take the canola seeds that I have out of the hopper, and I am going to destroy the hopper, because we don't need that anymore. Not sure where it's gone. Did we pick it up? Yes, we did. Now, if we go back over to the item vacuum, and I'm just going to put all of the canola seeds back in there. Brilliant. So what we need to do now is we need to actually turn this so that it outputs. Now we can actually do that with the Rotary Craft screwdriver, ideally. Ideally you don't want to whack it twice because that appears to totally destroy it. But if we just put down another one of those. Actually, no, it's still there. We just can't see it anymore. If I hit that again. Maybe it's just missing a texture. Maybe it's missing missing one of the textures. But input, output, and I have no idea what that's doing. So it should be on the red one. That should be the output. But what we need to do is we need some way to actually pump the stuff out. So for that, we actually need the servo. So if we click on it with a servo, the pneumatic servo has been installed. And now if we right-click on it, we can see we have the servo on there. Now we can actually tell it what we want it to pull out, if we want it to pull out specific things. What we want it to pull out, and let's just take a, well I only really needed one. Let's just take, okay fine, we'll split the pack, I do not care. And we will just drop a canola seed in there. Now that should be enough for it to start pumping. Just trying to remember if this is one of the ones that requires a redstone signal. Are we pumping anything out of there yet? No, we are not. Maybe one of the ones that requires a redstone signal. Let's just put a lever down next to it because I can never remember. Yep, there we go. It's now lit up. So that should now actually be pumping. If we right click. Can't see anything happening there. Can't see it going down either. And it's on output. Let's just check the other end. That's definitely on input. And it looks like it is connected. I don't think it needs anything else connecting up for that to work. The thing's blacklisted. Let's just have a look at the tutorial. It's always difficult as well when you've got not enough items on, because it always covers half of the thing up. The redstone control figures how this... Oh, we have to set the redstone to low, don't we? Reacts to redstone signals. Well, it has power. Let's just give that another quick clunk with the screwdriver and just change what its behaviour. But it's still not drawing anything out of there. Let's change that again. That won't be doing anything because it's blue. Now it's red. It's definitely receiving the signal, so it should be drawing anything out if it's connected. Okay, I'm going to have a little bit of an experiment around with that and see what the issue is, so I will be back in a second. Okay, so it was quite a simple thing after all. All I actually needed to do was change this to whitelist. So the way this item filter works is if this is on blacklist, these items won't go through, which is why it wasn't pulling anything out of the vacuum. If I change this to whitelist, then anything in this box then gets pulled out. And as you can see, it's actually pulling them out quite quickly. Pulling them out in stacks of 11 with the look of things. And we can turn that on and off, assumedly by just flicking the redstone lever. And that works perfectly. It's now not pulling anything out. I'll give that a flick again. Now, one thing I'm not sure what's going to happen is what's going to happen when the grinder gets full, because I don't have a lot of experience in using these type of pipes. I did use some of the liquid ducts and things in thermal expansion during Feed the Beast Ultimate. The only thing I can assume is that the items must stay in the pipe because they've got to be going somewhere. It sucked out almost everything that was in the actual item vacuum. It does appear to have stopped now, so maybe the pipe is at maximum capacity. So that's the only thing that I can think of. It's not actually showing me anything else that's in there. But that must be the way that it works. We appear to have an Enderman somewhere. Well, we did. He's now dead, of course. I hate the sound they make. It is just so creepy. Did this thing suck up ender pearls or anything? No. Did it actually suck up any XP? Yes, it did. It actually sucked up 5 XP. Get XP. I'm trying to click the button, but it's actually sucking it in so fast. I know there is a way to get the XP out of there, actually. If we just look in the manual, it should actually tell us. Right-click it with a screwdriver while sneaking. There you go. So if we hold down Shift and right-click, we should have got the XP out of there, which we did not. There we go. I think we've got it anyway. Ah, there we go. So the pipe is actually blocked at the moment with the look of things. So what we probably should do is take the stack size down to 1. So it only takes 1 at a time. Although the problem is that the grinder actually works quite slowly. So maybe we need to find some other way to stop things actually getting stuffed in here. Now, the question is, yeah, we need to just right-click it. Seems to be working fine again now. But yeah, it does certainly seem like it can get flooded with too many items. But the grinder is getting a constant supply of canola seeds now, which is fantastic. We don't have much lubrication in the reservoir because it's still filling up this gearbox. It is taking it quite some time. Now, this gearbox is actually going up in the amount of lubricant it has in it. This one isn't actually on at the moment because I only turn this these fans on from time to time. But it does certainly seem like one grinder on a steam engine is enough to produce enough lubrication for 2 gearboxes. It certainly seems that way. Of course, we have an almost completed canola field here. If I was to turn these fans on for a few seconds, that should be more than enough just to break all of these canola plants. It'll replant the seeds nicely. As I said before, this would work with just a single fan in the middle, but I've found a little bit of an issue if you just have the fan lined up with the item vacuum, because sometimes the fan tries to blow the items past the vacuum, and the vacuum tries to suck it back the other way, and you get a little bit of blockage in there. So that's the reason why I don't have that running in that particular way. I'm going to turn this off for now. I know some of them haven't broken yet. As you can see though, we are getting clogged here. So what we're going to have to do with this, first of all, we're going to have to unclog it for a start. So let's do that. What we need to do is actually find a way to reduce the amount of items that can go through. Now I'm sure there is a way of doing it. I think it's actually here. Yeah, there we go. So... right, we don't want it on low because low doesn't need a signal. We want to leave it on high. Okay, right. So we do have manual control of it for now. But I think what we'll do in another video is there is a way. I'm trying to remember which item it was using, but there is a way to actually set up certain items on pipes to check to see if the destination container is full. But I'm not sure if that's going to work with the Itemducts, so that is something I will have to look into. But now we've got that working, what I'm going to do probably in the next video is I want to get the tree cutter working. I can't actually remember what the item is called now. It's going to be one of those things that I can't remember. I'm just looking for it now to see if I can see it. I think it was this thing, the woodcutter. So I've been given a way to get the woodcutter to work by using a steam engine and an industrial coil and a golden flywheel. Now, I just want to get that working just because it'd be nice to see the way that flywheels and industrial coils work. Once I've got that up and running, which I'll do on the next video, we'll hopefully have a way of connecting all the stuff together because we have got the pipe system up and running, which we can use with the woodcutter. And then after that, we'll switch on to Ars Magica. I notice this is getting blocked up again now. I can only assume that stuff that is in the pipe is coming up and getting stuck and going back. It's difficult to tell because it's an opaque pipe. It may well be that the items in it are just heading in one direction and then stopping, turning around and coming back. So not 100% sure on the way those work. But at least we've got the setup working. We actually now have a way to automatically farm and plant canola seeds, suck them up, get them into the grinder, and everything is self-sufficient here, apart from the fact that I have a few switches and levers which I'm turning on and off manually, which I'm sure could be automated with a little bit of extra work. We have a completely self-sufficient system for producing lubrication for gearboxes. So there you go, guys, that's it for another episode. The next one, like I said, it will be a little bit more interesting because I intend to try and get the woodcutter working. There appears to be a bit of a zombie infestation locally, and of course now the item vacuum is going to try and suck up everything, including all of this XP. It's probably full of zombie brains. Now, luckily, because I'm using a whitelist, it should have only sucked up the... Mind you, I don't think we've actually got the pipe on at the moment, have we? As you can see, we've got zombie brains. Let's have those lovely zombie brains. I put them in a chest like everything else and then never use them because I don't really have anything to use them for. Surprised we don't actually get attacked more often because it is in survival mode. I don't have it on peaceful. And we don't actually get all that many zombies and things attacked. I was very surprised by that Enderman earlier. He did seem to appear out of nowhere. But no, I think we're good. But I am going to set it back to daylight though, just to stop any more of them from appearing. So there we are, guys. That is, and look, there's another Enderman. Look, he's right up there. Oh no, he's disappeared. So that is another episode done, and I'll see you guys next time. So until then, goodbye for now.